Earlier this year, they announced that it was going to be Michael Bisping and George St-Pierre. Now here you are here with the title yourself. Just talk about, at the beginning of the year, what you were feeling when you saw that, the division was getting log jammed, and here you were winning these fights, but it didn't seem like you'd get a title shot.
Yeah, at that point in my career, I think people were still thinking I was a sleeper.
Yeah.
I think people were definitely underrating me a bit, and that's fine. I can only be me. I fly a little bit under the radar, and that's fine. I let every one of my fights, I let my actions speak louder than my words, and I hope tonight was another demonstration of that. But definitely earlier in the year, there was a log jam in the division. There was nowhere to go. There was no reason to fight. There was no way to work up. Everyone has a goal of being the champion or being the best ever, and it's hard to do that when the champ is tied up with another opponent that's not even in the division. So that was hard. That was a hard time. But then with the interim belt and with the fight with Yoel Romero, everything starts flowing again. Even the fighters below me get a chance now to fight their way up again, and it's a great time to be a middleweight.
And you were a product of the Ultimate Fighter. You won the Ultimate Fighter. Did you carry that with you tonight? Into this, just for all those guys on that show, and just being someone that was a success from the Ultimate Fighter.
I didn't think about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so long ago. I can barely remember yesterday, to be honest. That was a long time ago. More importantly than anything, every time I step into that octagon, I feel like I'm representing my nations.
Yeah.
And I want to be a good role model to young upcoming athletes, and I want to be a role model just to men in general.
And that kind of gets my next question. How much do you think this win is going to impact, more Aussies like yourself, trying to, get into the sport and, sort of motivate them, because now they have a role model in you as the champion?
100%. I got here training at home with my teams at home. I do all my training out of Sydney. It's a bit of an urban myth that you need to travel to these major camps to get all their work done. There's a lot of other fighters now doing it and getting the spotlight they deserve. But I do all my training in Sydney, and I have the best team in the world, and I've said that, and now I've proved that. So, for the Australian crowd at home, it can only benefit them. We have the talent, we have the potential at home to do what we need to do, and I hope this just makes the sport grow.
And last question for you. We know that Bisping is next. Are you still, though, a little bit worried that maybe St-Pierre somehow gets in there, gets that fight with Bisping, or is that completely off your mind at this point?
I didn't even give it a thought, mate. At this point in time, I'm pretty sure me and Bisping are fated to fight. Yeah. We were supposed to fight another time, and then it's like snakes and ladders. I had to fight a lot of dudes to get back into that range. But now here I am again, and here we are again. We're going to fight. What Bisping does, who he fights, that's his own business. I'm taking everything one fight at a time. I'm worried about me. I've got the best team around me. They make smart decisions with them, and that's where we'll go from there.